Welcome to Challenge 6, Optimizing Delivery Using Collaboration Insight by Rainbow 6 Combating Collaboration Team. Here is the Rainbow team, and from the brief we pulled a data set from one of our projects. First of all, anonymizing the data, then we discussed how we would break down the data. We decided to not only look at who created the documents, but who collaborated with these documents. We also looked at when documents were modified and when, i.e. time of day and day of the week, that they were modified. As we are all cohorts from the July and September apprentice intakes, we decided to use Power BI to present our data.
The dataset was generated by running a query on a document library on a SharePoint site. This allowed us to extract information from a number of metadata columns, not all of which contained information relevant to collaboration. Based on this extracted information, it was decided that the best indicator of collaboration would be when a document was created by one person and subsequently modified by a different person.
This table shows the interactions between creators and modifiers of documents. The left-hand column contains the document creators, with the total number of documents created by each person shown in the final column. The remaining columns display how many documents were created under each discipline. Expanding each creator shows the people who have subsequently modified the document, so we can begin to see who has collaborated the most. The pie chart to the right shows how recent the collaboration between both parties was. New interactions are within the last 30 days, recent are within the last 2 months, and older interactions are over 2 months old, from the date that the data was extracted.
In our dataset, we have identified modification of documents and modification of documents by others as identifiers of collaboration. 183 documents, or 20% of the total documents, have been modified. These indicators show collaboration, but it suggests that 8% of documents are made once and left on the shelf and not used to collaborate. Are they needed? Could this help projects or businesses drive efficiencies? Why create information if not to communicate? Time phasing the data allows us to see how collaboration occurs during the project lifecycle, as well as what days of the week and what times of day people collaborate. The table used in our analysis shows peaks in collaboration in time and days. Over a bigger data set, this could help companies or projects understand and optimize the working week. Would a 4-day week be more efficient and productive? Should a typical working day be split between focus and collaboration time? Analysing a time phasing over the project lifecycle can help indicate whether collaboration is occurring. If the spread was front or back loaded, it could suggest that people are not collaborating. Understanding this could drive improvement actions. For example, is poor project performance a symptom caused by lack of collaboration? The peaks and troughs shown could align to reporting cycles of events. Perhaps collaboration could be improved to be more consistent over time. Companies or projects may wish to look to improve coordination of reporting and collaboration.
Question 1 related to the extraction and analysis of information, which were fairly manual in order to create this presentation. If this kind of analysis was being done within an organization, it's much more likely that the query would be pulled automatically from the SharePoint site, and the transformations that were done primarily in Excel in order to allow collaboration of the team during the event would actually be done in the Power Query transformation data area in a Power BI solution directly. Question 2 asked us to examine the dataset that we were using in the analysis, which was fairly preliminary. SharePoint does have the ability to record all actions and modifications taken on an item, such as when they were open and viewed by individuals, not just the last modified date. Bringing this kind of data into this analysis would give much more insight into collaboration when people are viewing, not just modifying, other people's documents. This feature needs to be turned on at the initiation of a SharePoint site and was not in place for the SharePoint site which was analysed.
Answer. We removed real names from the dataset and replaced them with numbers, i.e. person 1, so that we could still track interactions by and between individuals. We also removed any reference to company names. There were no errors in the data, but we did have some null values due to some of the columns not being populated in the SharePoint list.
In conclusion, it is relatively easy for users to use SharePoint information to gain insights into the type of collaboration which is going on within a SharePoint community.